What's going on? We're back now at the... Just kidding. Alright, what's up, fam? So, I have the exocet behind me. We're gonna take a little work on this. So, I think I got everything for the cooling system. Yeah. I'm going to... I have to pull the intake manifold off again. Because I cannot... I got this 3/4 inch plug, but I can't reach it to put a clamp on. I got the plug for back here, which is for a stool. So I'm gonna order silicone one because those rubber ones degrade really quick. So I'll order silicone one. I just want to get the coolant system filled, and so I can try it out. So now I'm gonna pull the freaking fuel rail off. Again, let's pull the fuel rail off. Hold on. Alright, I mean, luckily it's not too hard. It's pretty simple actually. Just take a couple things off here. All my clips are broken on my injectors. They don't even clip in anymore. Yeah. Tools are kind of scattered everywhere, so this kind of sucks. I don't even know if this is hooked up to the other end. Gotta check that. Let's see, take this off. Take this off. Take the fuel rail off here. I have all 4 lug nuts now per wheel, so that's good. This is a little sandwich. I always try to remove these with the rail, but they'll just leak anyways when you push them too far up in the rail. Okay, I need my ball 5. Yeah. You can body like a goddess. Got a way too long extension here, but screw it. I'm just gonna use it. These stainless bolts are kind of cool, I guess, because they look nice, but they're not magnetic, so when you drop them, it sucks. I also don't think I have any plugs for these holes. I gotta run one to the booster, but I'm still thinking that I might not even run power brakes, honestly. It's not that bad. The only thing that sucks is the gas pedal's so close to the accelerator. Every time I step on the gas, I step on the accelerator. It's kind of annoying, but... And this bracket was supposed to be on the bottom for the freaking... for the dipstick, but oh well. Okay, so where are we at here? Yeah. Alright, so the plug is down here. That one's a nice silicone plug that I ordered. Like I said, I missed that freaking other one, so that sucks. So I have clamps. Socket. Frickin' 7, and my 7's somewhere not to be found. Well, after spotting a few leaks for the cooling system, I inevitably have a leaky weld here. I think a couple of these might be leaking because this was early on in the stages when I was learning to weld, and I didn't have a lot of penetration on this. I didn't bevel the edges. I just butted the two pipes together and welded them. And then I grind them down, and then when I ground them down and hit them, I banged them to try to see how strong they were. They cracked. I went over again, but I don't think I went over all of them. So cooling system's full, but unfortunately it is leaking now. So it's like touching the alternator, and I don't like it. So I'm gonna lift the car up and drain this hose out, and then I'm gonna pull that metal piece off and re-weld that. All right, more dilemmas on the exocet. I welded this other pipe 100 times here. I'm assuming this is all old coolant here. I'm hoping so. I think this is all old. Pretty upset if it's not. I welded this 100 times. Looks like ass. It's whatever now. I was thinking, wow, that's pretty crazy. This one doesn't leak, but the other one did. No, this one definitely leaks. So I'm gonna pull this one off, do the same thing on the other one. Drain some coolant out, pressure test it 90 million times. I melted this connector, it was sitting here, but this is for emissions, so that's gonna go. And then I gotta look into the aim dash. So it pulls coolant temperature from here, but when the engine's warming up, it says it's over 200 degrees when the thermostat hasn't even opened yet in that one spot. So pretty sure that's not right. I mean, it might be right with the degrees, might be 200, but it didn't feel like it. I put my hand on it, so it's pulling. I don't know how the stock system works because I got rid of the reservoir and everything, so I don't know. So now I'm gonna pull the pipe off, and then I'm gonna start pressure testing, welding, pressure testing, welding, because I'm not, this aluminum's not my gig, you know? It's not hard, I mean, it's not easy. So I weld it, I have a good bead, but somehow it gets porous and the hole comes through, maybe for not being clean. So I'm looking at getting just mandrel bent pipes and stainless and then doing it that way. But I'm gonna pull it off and then go from there. All right, I welded this up. Super beautiful, as expected. Throw this back in, fill the cooling system again, and then we'll see where we're at. All right, another day on the exocet. So I was still having overheating issues with the exocet. I couldn't get the thermostat to open, suspect air being stuck. I don't have any of the, ooh, this light stuff in here. I don't have the heater or any of those bypasses for the air to bleed off, really. I just have the basic of the basic system. One hose going to the upper hose, one hose going to the upper radiator hose, one hose going to the lower radiator hose, and a thermostat. There's other ways you can run it, but for now, how did I have this thing on here? I could never get the air all the way out. I suspect it was the air. It will always just overheat. So now, what am I doing here with this line here? What I'm gonna do is, or what I already did is, this is getting so short now. Sorry, I took the thermostat out and drilled a hole at the top, and then hopefully that'll allow some flow through, and then we'll see. So I'm about to fill up the cooling system, and once I get running, I'll jump back on here, and then we'll see how it warms up. All right, started up the warm up. Water temp's at 96. That was really fast for some reason. We're at battery voltage, doesn't matter. This thing always kind of lugs, I think, because the MAF is right there on the turbo. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't have a pipe coming off. I don't know if that'll help with turbulence. But, so now I'm just letting it warm up, and then we'll see what happens, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that it just flows through both sides and it doesn't overheat anymore. Getting kind of jittery just thinking about this thing. I'm getting like anxious, you know. I just want to know. I just want it to work. It does have a couple oil leaks that I need to take care of. But I want to get the cooling system going first. I know that's 100%. And then if I have to take it apart or whatever, then that won't be a problem. I'll know that it works. So, all right, we'll see. Fingers crossed. Let you know. All right, so far it seems like it's working. The left radiator hose is warm, which it never got warm. So that means some water is getting past that little hole that I drilled in the thermostat, but just enough so it actually warms up kind of fast. You don't want to get rid of it completely because then it'll take forever to warm up. We're at 149 right now. Wait until it gets about 180 and I'll turn the fans on and then I'll see how it acts, or I'll see how it cools down. It should drop once I throw the fans on, so let's wait for that. I still need more heat in it. We're recording. Alright, what's up everybody? There's so many spider webs all over my camera. It's really been living in this thing. Nope, not one living in there. Oh yeah, there is. Moved into the little wrap, thing on top, the fluffy thing. So update on the exocet. It's just constant frustration with this oil leak. So I dropped the lower pan here. This beautiful pan you see here. I blew air and used soapy water to find every leak possible and then re-put it back up with a crap ton of silicone. These holes for the bolts up front aren't quite thick enough, so they didn't get very tight before I felt like they were just gonna strip. So if I gotta do it again, I don't know. I have another one in the backyard, the upper portion, that I can take off and try to rebuild that one. I don't know. See, the problem with this upper pan is the bolt holes are like on the inside, and I just needed to go one more bolt back and it would have not been sitting on top of the subframe. I don't have baffles here, and then I don't know what happened if I bent it taking it off here, so I just rubbed hella silicone on the outside. I'm just so fed up with this leaking thing. It's getting me a little frustrated. What else do I need to do? Let me figure out where this hole. Oh, there it is. So, yeah. Okay, so I gotta. Well, let me bend this out of the way. Hold on. So now it's time for a new piece of cardboard down there. Let's see where we're at. So we went on our first drive. That will be linked. That'll be in this video. Short drive around the block. Got the cooling temperature figured out. Drilled the hole in the thermostat. People say that's not the correct way. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care right now. Getting the paperwork in line to register this thing on the streets. Another thing. What else? I ran this line here just to see what it felt like with power brakes. It's pretty nice. I don't know. Car fires right up now. No hesitation. I've changed the oil, which seemed like a bit rich. And so now when you turn the key to go on, or just fire it up, fires right up. Doesn't really chug anymore like it used to. I have this tunnel on temporarily. It hits the exhaust over here, so I gotta modify that. But I have this here taped up or wired up, tried the harness out of the way. And I'm gonna fit the hood next, I think. And then can't turn it off. Yeah, so we're getting there. I need a thing for the gas tank because it reeks like gas. So I need a filler neck, and like really bad. It smells really bad. Oh, this too. Got harnessing. That's right. First racing harness of my life. So I got that on the bar there. I got the crotchety crotch belt there. And then these, that's what I was trying to do, is get this bolt through here. It's not a one-man thing because it's gonna be a pain in the butt. So yeah, that's the update. That's where we're at. Hopefully sooner than later I work on this thing. And I really want to get this. I think I might be SOL. I was reading a lot about the SB100. I might be SOL for getting it legal this year because, oh my god, there's spider webs everywhere. Maybe went inside this hole. It did. Anyways, getting it legal here in California because I think like they go like that. There's 500 slots a year. And I was reading, some guy said he straight up stood in line January 2nd or whenever the DMV opens, and he waited in line, and he said he wasn't the only one there. So we'll see. I mean, maybe I can get out the track if this thing ever stops leaking oil, which is scary to think. But I still don't have my standalone, so I don't have a tune. So all I can do is cruise it, but I can't cruise it on the street because it's not legal. So kind of just stuck. Can't do nothing with it right now. Except for just get like, I think that's kind of a blessing because now I don't have to rush it. I can get the hood on and get everything nice and neat, and then when it's ready to go, it'll be ready to go. All right, cool. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Don't forget to subscribe or I will knock your block off. Okay, bye. All right, so mocking up these latches, these arrow latches, these plastic ones, piece of crap. So I gotta cut that hole, or cut that out right here, and then so I can bring it down. The thing that sucks is these are a known issue for these that these like things just like curl up after they sit for a long time. I don't know, from sitting in the sun maybe. Not that I've ever driven this thing, but I had this outside for a little bit. You can see some stress cracks that I don't even know how they got there. Anyways, so that kind of is a bummer. See, they curl up. So they curl up on the edge here. So I was thinking maybe like epoxying some metal here to hold it down, so it looks really bad over here. Little bat wings. So I just want to like, I don't know. So we'll see. Maybe I can run, I don't know. But anyways, so I'm gonna cut the holes for these after I get this left and right where I want it. And then the hood will be on. I don't have anything in the front yet, so the front will probably lift up. I do have these, the push ball ones that I like to push it. So I was thinking about mounting those like from here to like the chassis, so they'll click in here, so you would release them here and there, over there, and then, but I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and mount these latches now, and yeah. Hello. I am going to take this off of here. Here's I threw you guys on the tripod. So I got a couple things. Let me get you threaded in here. Say hello. Hi, how you doing? Nice. Okay, so what we have here is polycarbonate for my windshield. Now I wanted to go 1/4 inch, but they didn't have 1/4 inch. And I'm trying to get it now. I'm not trying to wait. Because I left work early a little bit to tap plastics before they close. You know how it is. They got there. I called them on the phone. I said, you got polycarbonate? And abrasion resistance, AR or MR, I guess. Oh yeah, we do. All right, cool. I'm gonna come get a piece cut. And show up. And what did she say? Oh, I didn't have time to check. As she's sitting on her fucking ass. Friggin' ass. But she's sitting on her tushy. So they cut a piece, and I said, oh, sick. How much to round the edges? Oh, well, that won't be done today. And we're gonna have, that'll be custom or whatever. Oh my God, are you serious? So, I thought that was kind of stupid. What did I say? Anyway, so I ended up going with 3/16 instead of 1/4 inch. It's a little bit thinner, so I hope that won't be a problem. This is 12 inch by 48.
How are you filming?
Yeah. Woo! Anyways, to do the rounded edges, they wanted additional time. I'm like, dude, I already left early from work, so we're not doing that. So I have this, so I was thinking, so they gave me a little piece to practice on. I have a router, and I was thinking about just like taking, I don't know, whatever, like a round piece, and then just marking this, and then rounding the edges. Maybe a better pocket than this one. So if I actually had a Sharpie where I could find it, I lose them all the time. Sharpie. But anyways, so I'll just place it here from edge to edge and then just round the edge. And then they could bevel the edges and make them nice, but that'll take additional time. So I do have, she says you don't need any special tools. I have these, but the problem with these is to just route, I don't have a router, like a bed. Like, these can route, but I'd have to freehand it and then that would mess it up big time. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm just gonna free ball around the edge so someone doesn't impale themselves. So let me find a Sharpie really quickly. All right, I found one. So I'm gonna mark this one and I'm just gonna practice on this piece using I have a router. My goodness, here, I'll turn this light on so we can see. I don't know if that helps, but I have no batteries on the charger. That's cool. Oh, there's a battery right here. Okay, so router. This is very loud, so prepare yourselves. Wait, here we go. If I just go like this. That is not what I want. Alright, well, that's what I was afraid of happening, was something like that. What else do I have? I have jigsaw. We can try that. Let's give this a try. So let's do another circle. Try jigsaw. A little better. And now I guess I'd have to sand that. That's not bad. You can see how it's kind of. So then I would take a sander, which I think is out back. So I don't really feel like doing that. I do have a. Okay, hold on. Floppy disk. And we can smooth up the edges here. Let's see with the battery. Oh, my battery's not. Not bad. And then once it's clear, you won't even be able to tell, really. I don't think. I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna wing it. Let's go. Let's go. So let me. I need a Sharpie that retracts into this arm. Let's do that. And that, because I don't want somebody getting into it and then taking their cheek off or something. Alright, here we go. A little rounded, okay. Plastic. Oh, one. I don't know, let's try that. honestly. Maybe touch up this one a little bit. No, freak it. All right, now we're gonna come over here. And let's see how this windshield works out. All right, so I got this from another member idea. I stole this from an idea from another member on the Facebook page. Yeah, that's like perfect height. Bam, look at that. Okay, so now I have that. I have 4 of these things, and then you put one on the, I gotta look at this thread on Facebook. Hold up, bear with me. Okay, exocet, Goers Club. See more, windshield. Can't spell. Windshield. Alright, so the 2, one on the outside goes this way. To kind of pull it inwards. And then the 2, so, alright, let's see how we had it. Like this. Like this. So, I'm gonna put these on and then we'll see. Alright, so I've been working on the exocet. I've been driving up and down the street, and under acceleration it makes like a terrible like on the back. I can't figure it out. Everything, like when you spin it up in the air, it drives fine. But the only thing that I had that sucked was the diff support was these 2 things directly mounted to the subframe. They were bolted in. So I didn't even launch it, didn't do nothing, just cruising back and forth. It almost walked the nut certs out up there, and the bolt that I had going through already had bent, which is this one. And it's not a grade, it's like a grade, it's a cheap piece of crap, but it's already bent. It had like no forces put on it. So I'm gonna totally redo that whole setup now. So what I'm looking to do is, let's see where we at here. Oh, there it is, it's up here, right there. So I bought these 2 bushings to try to, so what I'm gonna do is I welded these tabs in, I'll have a bar come across, and then I'll have this come into a plate or something, and then mount. To have 2 sandwich plates and a bolt going through the middle, and then this will be my new support somehow. So I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna place it. And these will be my new supports. And then so now I'm gonna be working on that. Great. All right, I got it. God damn. I got to press this sideways so I can't show you. There you go. Got this crossbar on. Should be able to do pull-ups on it. Okay, so now I just need to figure out a way to, I lost my bushings. Alright, so I have 2 bushings, one with a massive hole. This is like a 3/4 inch bolt right here, this thing's huge. And then a regular one with like a regular size bolt, but the problem is it's a little bigger. I just need some way, I gotta weld this on here and then be able to attach it to here. So I think, so I built this originally for the extension piece, but now that that's too long, maybe it's not. I don't know. Oh God, my wood slipped. Okay. So now I have this cage that I built for the old one. If I could somehow come off to the side of this, or I could just, I could almost do that. It's just not quite over far enough. Well, all right, I'm gonna think about this. Hurt myself, hurt my brain. All right, so here's where I'm at with this. So I couldn't find a pipe that fit exactly over this perfectly. It's because it's a weird, it's like 2 3/4. So I took a 2 1/2, cut it to the size to fit, cut it down the middle, and then it'll sit on the brace across there, and then I'll weld some braces onto here, and that'll stay on the bracket. And then that'll bolt to the diff. It'll make sense. Trust me. Okay, so I finished the, ow, son of a bitch, the mount. I built it so stupid the first time, I'm kind of embarrassed. I didn't even think about it. So anyways, here it is now. So I've welded on, you can see this bracket to here, so that's mounted to the diff, and then this bushing is mounted to this thing. So therefore, when you, hopefully it's free enough in there that it'll get some give and it'll work off the bushing. The way that I did it before, it's kind of hanging off, but I think we'll be good. The way that I did it before is I had the bushing sideways with a bolt through both of these. So the bushing was just sitting there idle, doing nothing. Stupid. So now that the bushing's a part of this, and this is separate, and they come together and make one now. So I'm hoping that solves a lot of my noise that I was having in the back. I can't find out tonight. I'll find out tomorrow. Just having tons of noise from that crappy, those stupid time joint things. They were just so like, they kept hearing like this rotation, like, so I'm hoping that's fixed. I couldn't figure it out. It doesn't make the noise when the car's in the air, only when it's loaded up. So we'll figure that out. And then there was just so much like when you let off the clutch and the diff moves, it was like clunk, clunk, clunk. It was a piece of shit design. Bolts were already backing out. The long bolt was already bent. So fingers crossed. I'll try this one tomorrow, and then we'll see how it goes. I feel like it's gonna be a lot better though. All right, I'm gonna mount up the windshield now, or the windscreen here. I just rounded these edges off real quick with the, I don't even remember what I used honestly. But that's pretty much how it's gonna be. I have these, I stole this from another exocet owner idea. He said to do it this way, and this is polycarbonate abrasion resistance, AR. So I guess you can use this one to kind of torque it, how much you want to curve it, and then the middle one's there to hold it. So now I just need to start drilling some freaking holes, man. I did just drive it again down the block. I went a little faster than usual. Definitely got a lot of rocks in your face there. So they just fly over there. So mount that up and then peel that off. It's gonna feel good. That was weird. All right, I've been driving the exocet totally illegal for about 100 times around the block. That's all I can really do. I don't really go on the main roads. I just stay in my courts. So far the diff mount broke. It just welded to the, what am I thinking? Type of metal that sucks. Cast. Just snapped right off. So what I did is I just jankified it. Well, I welded it together, but I used steel plates, and then I just welded all the way around it and made like a box out of it. Reinforced that, took it for another drive, and so far so good. That's been holding up. Found that e-brake cables or parking brake cables were rubbing on the drive shaft. Sounded terrible, fixed that. And then these mirrors, as soon as I pick up any speed, they just they're just pieces. You saw me? My neighbor popped over. I ordered a tire for the car. Anyways, yeah, so these are just bloop bloop. I knew that was gonna be pick up any speed, it just goes yeah. Same thing with the other side. So I think I'm just gonna drill a hole that goes into that ball and then just tighten it a little bit, and then I don't know, just to hold it. Kind of sucks. I kind of want there's kind that mount on the bar here. I'm thinking about that, but you can see how weak it is. Piece of crap. Yeah, because some of them have. It just has a spring on the backside, but it's just a piece of dookie. I don't even think this is tight. I don't know, but and then I gotta fix one headlamp. So this one works. The brights broke off that one, the wire. But on this one, I'm not sure if I'm gonna even pass. This is gonna be very interesting when I go in for inspection for the CHP. There's no DOT number on them, but they're high and low, and they're better than most. They got the high beam flap because I didn't want to wire in more draw for another bulb. But the screws, the tires, I was trying to say tires. The screws they gave me were Phillips, and I tried to tighten them when this thing's wrapped around the bar, and it just stripped the shit out of the bolts. So then I just went to Lowe's and bought a bunch of bolts, and then I forgot to bring one with me, so I just bought a bunch, and so I can, actual Allen heads, not Phillips, and piece of crap ones, and then get that thrown on the other side. And get my headlights on, and then I gotta go to the DMV, but I'm like dreading it. I'm so scared. I don't want to go. I just wanted to drive it on the street, but I have to go and start the process. And I don't have a horn, and I don't have reverse lights. I don't know if the CHP is gonna care. Maybe the horn. The horn I can add in like 10 seconds. I just add it to a button and then put power on ground and just get one from work. The reverse lights, I don't know why. I guess you could. Maybe it's gonna be a little trickier. I have a reverse switch on the tranny, so I just have to run a couple LEDs to the back. I'm gonna go just. I'll put a horn, I guess, and I'll go, and then I'll see what they say. And another thing I'm kind of worried about is, like, I heard mixed things about the smog. Like, I mean, some people say, yeah, I just showed up and he just looked at it and was like, okay, bye. But since I have like a fat turbo on mine, is it gonna matter? I don't think so. I think these Cobra guys and all, they just show up with these big ass engines, so it's straight header. I got no cats or anything. I'm only gonna be driving the car maybe a couple hundred miles a year. So I don't know. It felt pretty good. That little windshield made a huge difference. You feel no wind. It's crazy. But it's like just right here, right where I look. So I'm almost debating if I want to get rid of my sliders on my seat to drop me about a half an inch. It's just like the top of the windshield's right here, so I gotta like sag down or sit tall and look over the top. So I don't know, I'm gonna fix this headlight, and I gotta upload one of these videos finally, and cool. Oh, I got the most of the stuff working on the aim dash. So I forgot, I built the pigtails for these. They're kind of just chilling, they're not connected to anything. I wired up I have to wire up the blinkers. I routed a few wires over from the other side where the blinkers are, because I forgot to include those. So I don't know what I was thinking. I got to tighten the bolts for this too. I verified the rev lights work too, that's cool. Oh, I'll show you. So here's this. Everything still works up front, the blinkers and stuff, that's cool. So I got my fuel gauge now, air temp, obviously water temp, battery, that's just internal, and then that's fuel again, because I couldn't get the right reading, and then I started all over again and ended up changing the fuel level to percentage instead of gallons, because it kept reading negative and it was pissing me off. And then I pulled the level sender again, measured the voltage, blah blah blah, changed it around. These aren't very user friendly. They can do anything you want, but there's not a lot. Like, it's really hard to get it all figured out unless you're super smart. So I got that figured out, and then once it drops below 10%, a little fuel gauge comes on, our little fuel can. And then I'm gonna wire up the blinkers so you can see the left and right, because they don't make any noises. You don't know if you just left them on and they're just blinking forever. So that's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.